All right, I lied. Today's episode is not industry. The next one is not going to be industry either. These are going to be hopefully two quick episodes. I might release them on the same day. But as you can see, and if you've clicked on the title and know how to read, then you already know the episode is about the Constitution. So we're going to have a whole episode on the entire World Wars era Constitution today because we did our little, I don't know if it's a tip or trick, it's just something I wanted to do for this series. I didn't set my constitution yet, so normally you progress to World Wars era, it gives you the prompt to set your constitution, but you only have these two options, voting rights and armed forces. Then you have to research religion and state and labor policy. Well, we just reloaded the game, so we didn't have to worry about setting any of this. We're going to do it all right now. And later on, once we get to Cold War, we'll have different episodes on the Constitution here. Not going to worry about it now. Let's focus on what we can. Voting rights. So again, if you played the game before, I'm not going to read through every single thing here. And really, guys, this is the beauty of Tropico 6, and this is why I love playing sandbox mode. Now, the missions are fun. The Tropico 5 story mode is really fun. I was reading on Reddit the other day, and people were saying about Tropico 5, you know, the story mode's actually, I think, a little better. I mean, it's actually a story, and it's kind of funny, the humor in the involved. But this is pure sandbox. This is just whatever you want to do. However you want to make your island. If you want to go down here and just do open ballot elections and whatever you want to do, those with approval of 45% might turn rebel, but employees of government buildings vote for El Presidente regardless of their approval. Do it. Do it. I challenge you to do this. I mean, it can be hard, but it just depends on how you're doing. Wealthy citizens vote. If you want to go old school and make it where broken, poor citizens cannot vote and may turn rebel, do it. We're going to set it on all citizens vote because I'm focused on making everybody happy in this episode. We're not doing anything special. So we're just going to leave it on everyone can vote. You know, we're fine. We got a 95% approval at the moment, so we're fine. Armed forces. This is actually really interesting. So we could do pacifist state here. We really could, and we might change that later on. It disables all military buildings, decreases rebel threat. So really, as long as you don't have rebels and you don't have issues with foreign powers, you're gonna be fine. Or superpowers, excuse me. You're gonna be fine. We're not gonna do that because I'm gonna focus a little bit on military, just because this is kind of a tips and tricks guide series. Professional soldiers. Again, this one's interesting. And it's actually, if you're wanting to build like a military themed island, which I will for another series, I have that plan. I'm gonna go with this one for that island, for that game. But we're just gonna do the basic militia for right now. I don't want to have to worry about making everyone have a high school education just to be a soldier. So we'll just do militia. Religion and state. This is another one that's really interesting. If you really want to piss off the religious, you can do atheist state. It makes it tough, man. Like, your Tropicans go crazy without religion. Like, it makes it tough. I mean, it increases efficiency of education research, sure, but I mean, because people aren't going to church, so that's all they can do is teach people and research things. So, and then you lose, citizens are less likely to orient their views towards the religious faction. So it's tough. Try it. It's tough. Theocracy is kind of the exact opposite. Religious buildings, sure, they admit crime, safety, whatever. They can arrest criminals, decreases global liberty, does increase tourism rating. So you get some of the cultural tourism for that, I believe. And it increases the standing. You know, freedom religion, we're not going to worry about religion in this series. But I encourage you guys, if you've never tried one of these on the Constitution, go for it and see what happens. See how you do. I want you to see how you do with pacifist state and atheist state. With no military and no religion. Oh man, you're going to have problems. You're going to have big time problems there. Labor policy, we can go full on life's work and just make everyone work. We can make children at 14, teenagers, whatever. We can have them start working in our distilleries and our rum distilleries at 14, and they cannot freaking retire, man. I don't care how old you are, you can't retire. And that basically decreases life expectancy by 5 years and decreases job quality. So, this is a fun one. You could, again, this is the beauty of the Constitution. You can make your island and your game however you want it to be. On the flip side, we can do early retirement, lowers the retirement age by 5 years, but job quality goes up by 5. So that's It's kind of nice. Happy childhood. This is one I usually do, but you know what? Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's do early retirement. It's pretty simple. This is a pretty simple Constitution option. Let's do it. So guys, we're gonna lock this in, confirm changes, and then I might get into this a little deeper. And I'm gonna set this up into 2 separate episodes. So if you just want to skip ahead, feel free to. But I'm gonna break down the Constitution just a little more, specifically on armed forces and religion and state. So stay tuned for that. Alright guys, so sorry that we don't really have any music playing at the moment, but I just want to quickly go over this. It's not really that important, but we're on the Tropico 6 wiki right now, so credit to the developers of this page. We're looking at the factions, so militarists. We're going to look at the 4 factions we have in the World Wars era. So if we look at militarists, you can actually see right here, constitutional stances. So they actually prefer professional soldiers, and we saw that one. We saw that one in the Constitution options. It's like a +10 bonus to their standing. And I'll post a link to this page in the, or not to this page specifically, but to the wiki, because there's a lot of valuable information here. You can actually like read on building preferences. You can see like what they like. So if you build obviously military buildings, their standing will go up. And it's really cool stuff, man. It's really cool stuff. We can look through all this. There's an ultimatum we can look at, and that's down here, right? Oh, well, that's simple. Yeah, military coup. You don't want that. So anyway, constitutional stances, they prefer professional soldiers. So we saw that. It's a pretty simple one. If we go back here, we can look at religious, and we can look here, and there's a lot of stuff going on with the religious faction. So here's 3 of them right here. Religion and state. They prefer theocracy. They prefer happy childhood for labor policy, which is not what we did. They prefer pacifist state for armed forces, so they don't want military. They prefer it. I don't know how much of a bonus you get, but they do prefer pacifist state. Then there's some other options down here and some edicts. Dislikes. Obviously, atheist state. They don't like atheist state, so if you do that, good luck with the religious faction. So again, I'll put the link to the wiki here in the website. There's just a lot of valuable information here. We can quickly look at capitalist voting rights. Wealthy citizens vote. They like happy childhood. And this, I mean, I'm just thinking, like, if you wanna focus on pleasing capitalists and want to go capitalism, set your constitution to this. Set it to this right here, and for a matter of fact, do all these things. If you want to go full-on capitalism, set the Constitution to all these items right here. All those things. And on the flip side, that's capitalist again. On the flip side, for communism, early retirement. We actually did early retirement, so they're going to like that. But you know what? I'm cool with it. They actually like atheist state. The communists, they don't really believe in religion here in Tropico. And we've got all these other options as well. We might go over this, or I might not, because there's a lot to talk about. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you that. That's going to wrap up the video here. And again, there's actually a link to the Constitution that we can find. Let me look at that real quick, and I'll show you guys. Okay, so here's the actual webpage for the Constitution. This is just if you want to look over everything in detail. It's got, you can click on this when you're not playing the game, and you can just read what the Constitution options in each little description. This is all in the game. So this isn't any new information, but if you just want to look at this, if you're not playing the game at the moment, you can click on this wiki link, and it's got everything in here. We can go all the way to the modern times. So just want to throw that in here. I'll probably put that in the description. Anyway, guys, hope you all enjoyed this quick little episode. I might release 2 today, depending on what time or how long the video goes. So anyway, hope you all enjoy. Have a fantastic day.